a multinational. Government is like a mega hospital. And the issue of touching or not touching is very relative. That is to say, the whole society, or the whole community, or the whole popular citizens gravitate towards government. And by that it means that for out of this, like Plateau now, you're talking almost 3-4 million people. So what is impact to somebody may not be considered an impact to somebody. But for a government, I know that we've been able to come out with what we have identified as a 10-point agenda, which cuts across quite a number of sectors and spheres of life, from security to health to education to agriculture to youth empowerment to women to, in fact, ethical orientation, that is conduct of the citizenry, and to the financial sector. But so be that as it may, but I would say that as a government, maybe the issue now may not be impactful now, is the issue of which one is most, or has been a priority or passionate to the government. And I think for Governor Jonah Jam, one area that I think he has been very passionate about is the agricultural sector. This is something that he has held very close to his heart. I mean, even before becoming a governor, he's been involved in farming activities. So for him, agriculture comes as a natural thing. And I think this is quite strategic too, because it is one of the biggest endowments of Plateau as a state. And also, it is also one area that a big chunk of the population is involved. You're talking about a state that has over 70% of the people involved based in the rural area, which by extension means that a very good chunk of the people are involved in agriculture. So as a government, I think top on the bill, or top on the heart of Mr. Governor has been the agricultural program, which a very good investment has been made and has been carried out in collaboration with Israeli experts. And we all know globally the Israelis have distinguished themselves in the agricultural sector. And the whole vision about the governor's agricultural revolution is to kickstart or to revolutionize mechanized farming on the plateau. And I think that has been done to a greater extent, because the kind of project we've been able to do, which is anchored and driven by the ASTC, it's to establish the one-stop agricultural shop. And by one-stop agricultural shop, you're talking about a project that offers the farmer a soil testing laboratory, that offers the farmer an extension or expertise knowledge, a one-stop shop that gives the farmer a cold room store. You're talking about a one-shop store that provides farming implements from tractors to fertilizer and all that. And indeed, ultimately, it also provides for marketing channel to our farmers. So I think it is one area that we have achieved a lot, and this has been done. These centers have been established in each of the 3 senatorial zones, one in the northern zone, one in the central zone, and one in the southern zone. And we're glad to see that almost all of them have taken off, fully equipped with all these things I've talked about, cold room, farming implements. None of these places has less than 50 to 100 tractors in each of these senatorial zones. We're talking about cold room, extension of agricultural experts. So top on the bill, agriculture has gotten a pride place in the heart of this government. And I would say followed by that is the infrastructural development, which some have said Governor Jan has turned Plateau into a construction site. And for him, is something that is innate in him. Because prior to now, if you followed the track of Governor Jan, even in his military days, from Benue to then Gongola State, which today is Taraba and Adamawa. He has made a mark there, which he has been given various names, among which is a construction visit. And it's with much pride that he has replicated that on the plateau. And I know some would ask, is it all about roads? But when you talk about a government that has constructed over 1,000 kilometers of roads, you know that this naturally has spiraling effects on the economy and other spheres of life. So roads is not all just about driving a car. It's about opening up. It enhances tourism, which is one of the gold mines on the plateau. It pushes the economy, drives the economy. Because for the farmer and in a state that is strongly an agrarian state, providing transportation and access to market for our farmers is indeed something. And above all too, it adds beauty and lifespan to the vehicles of even the owners, and then it makes transportation very easy. So I think quite a number of things. I would want to, a lot has been done in other sectors, security, a lot has been done in youth empowerment, and this other socio-economic aspects of the state.
But this accusation against the governor stemmed from the first term about his non-concern for education and the students who are there. What actually is the true position then, and what is it now?
You see, like I said, government is one big multinational. It's like a hospital. What is a priority to you may not be a priority at a given time. And at the same time, too, approach matters. Mr. Governor's approach to the educational sector is one that needs to be understood. First and foremost, where did he meet and where? When we came in, Plateau State was way down. Plateau has lost its glory from that top league player in the educational sector of this country. We had plunged down to way down the ladder. And for Mr. Governor, he had spent the greater part of the first tenure working on the fundamental, the basics, and that is the primary education level. And that explained that when he came in, he made sure that he cleared all the backlogs of the counterpart firm that had not been paid for the universal basic education. And you're talking of close to $2 billion that was cleared at the onset of the government. Leave grounds of teachers, the counterpart fund, all that is to make sure that the basic level, which is the primary sector, primary level, is taken care of. Over 170 primary schools were renovated. We started with about 10 in each of the 17 local governments. So you understand, you'll see that the emphasis at that first tenure was at the primary level. Because if something is wrong with the foundation, you know that the house cannot stand. And then next, government now moved to the secondary level. And as it is, you're aware that the government has been able to establish 3 special science schools in each of the 3 senatorial zones. 2 with 1 specially devoted for women. So we have 1 special science school in the northern zone, 1 in the central zone, and another in the southern zone. In addition to that, 5 secondary schools have been renovated comprehensively in each of the 3 senatorial zones in the first phase. And this is an ongoing thing. So you can see from primary level, we move to the secondary, and then to the tertiary. You'll agree with me that building something that has gone down is usually a killing task. But he has remained rugged, determined, and committed to repositioning the educational sector in the state. Naturally, as a head of a house, I'm sure there are things that you would do to ensure that your family remains and is sustained after you're gone. And as somebody that has been so passionate about the Plateau project, as somebody that has given so much and ensuring that Plateau takes its pride of place in this state, in this country, economically, socially, and otherwise, you will not expect that he will fold his hands and watch the state crumble. So that has explained why Mr. Governor has ensured that has explained why from the start he spoke passionately and demonstrated it passionately about preparing a generation that should take over from him. And that is something that he made very clear and demonstrated even from his takeoff from the first tenure. His first set of executive council from the start, you barely had about 2 or 3 people that are above the age of 50 in his cabinet. So you have a chunk of about 80 to 90% of the people that are below 50 when he came into government. And he believes that having gone through such tutelage, it will not be out of place to say that these young people have matured now to take over. And these are young people that have shared in his vision. So it is all out of a desire to be sure that whatever he has built, whatever he has set on ground, is continuing to build upon. And is a team that he knows has undergone his tutelage.